Hey everybody, I'm back. But basically we're gonna get into everything. Like people gotta understand. And like I let a spirit get over me going live before live because I already know there's people out there stealing uh my ideas and adding their ideas with it and it don't add up. But basically the flesh is the devil and the spirit that you have in you is God. For a fact, we are Jesus. We are Christ in the body, being the spirit. When y'all get to Lord, y'all get to like how can I say, y'all think of God, but you gotta understand, Lord God is a spirit God, a spirit God. When you read it, you'll understand when you go into text more to show that more y'all like I see these guys and they really don't understand. When you talking about, as I was talking earlier before I deleted the video, I was more talking about Solomon being that serpent. And if you do your research, and then like I'll give you I'll let's drop it. So this is what it says. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man. We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And to get into that reproach, you will have to go to Elizabeth and Mary because Elizabeth was a reproach of men. Let me make sure before yes, Elizabeth was a reproach of man, and Mary was a reproach of women, of whom thou art blessed. And then people get the name wrong. Mary was a tribe. Just as Elizabeth was, just as Elizabeth was a tribe. All of them got married under our religion, and it's not even a religion. It's just how God gave the laws upon the earth, and the nature, and the nature is the foundation of them laws. Nature is what she is. Now, what nature can do, no man can do. For example, okay, let's say a person end up somebody that's popular with everybody. Something end up happening to him or them or her. It don't matter because only nature will judge. You can judge, but you only judge about man because it's things that person probably have done that you have never seen. And it's funny, like karma, you know, us being here to be Christ, to unlock that Christ in us, man, we have to be able to master these spirits, the spirits of happiness, the spirit of sadness, the spirit of anger, the spirit of covetousness, just all these spirits is one spirit. When we can sit up here and do that, we'll start prospering as people. That's why we are the way we are, because we got so many different spirits that comes on us. And every time you put that spirit within someone, you're gonna get the devil. You are of your father the devil. You know what I mean? When that life you make, you bring in a Christ, you bring in a God. You don't make it out of lust. You don't make it because the person look good. You make it because the person is righteous. then therefore you have a righteous baby. Bring someone, a leader. But it is only elect. That's why I say many are called, but only few will be able to make it. Because everybody is caught up in this life of keeping up with the Joneses per se. There's no need to try to keep up with nobody. Man, be humble in what you got. Because it's always someone that sees the light in you. And if that's the devil in that person, and that's what the light does, it brings out the demonic possession of a person. But we're so blind to see it that we put it like this: we agreed to wickedness, just as our ancestors agreed to wickedness. Because I have so many things on my mind, and like it seems funny because I feel like I'm talking to myself, because usually I'm talking to somebody and giving them this wisdom. But nature is nature, man. Like it has nothing to do with a religion. It has nothing to do with an idol. And then these guys put an idol to try to replace the spirit on their foundation, on what their foundations was built on. A spirit. And it's crazy to me how people can just, sit there and lie on the spirit. That's why the spirit judge. You judge a person, your own mouth condemning you because that's what was in you from the get-go. And we're so prone to taking being right for wrong that we don't even know what the hell right is anymore. That's the crazy part. And then we wonder why we have these trials and tribulations, because you give yourself to these things. Y'all give yourselves to different spirits. And that's why God had already made a diversity of spirits. And y'all play with these spirits. And once these spirits bite you in the booty, then you're upset. And then you wonder why your friend or whoever turned their back on you is because you already saw what this person was, but you so blind you can't see because you're not in the spirit no more. Your eyes are open to do what you're gonna do. My suggestion, if we want to be those people to get the hell up out of bondage, we got to conquer all these spirits that's within us that we let come in us. Until we do that, we're dead, man. Well, now I take that back, because and when the Bible says dead, the dead is dead of flesh, man. It's dead of man, vain things. You see these guys, like they have images, idols. None of those idols are alive. That's why the spirit calls itself, because it could be anyone, a living God. But as long as you got these wicked and evil thoughts in your head and living the way we live, like look around. We see these things and we are marveled at these things, what the Bible will say. And that's why we get caught up, because we can't stay out our own way and really have wisdom. Y'all, like, we only have wisdom of man. We don't have wisdom of the earth. This is what man is supposed to learn. Earth, not science. Science is technology. Technology only made people lazy. People spend more time in an iPhone or a computer or a TV or anything else because we're entertained about all these things. Yet we don't even try to think Like, man, what these animals, how these animals act, because you got to understand, these animals just ain't pop up and learn how to do what they do. We just didn't pop up and learn to do what we had to do. This is something. This is something the Spirit put in all His creations, and you got to understand. The earth is a self-sustaining spirit. Yeah, I'm gonna say that, and y'all might think I'm crazy, but it is, because this earth is a male and female. It replenishes itself, and you wonder why. Like, how does the earth work? It's male and female. It replenishes itself. It creates itself. It creates for us, which makes them our mother and father. And people don't understand that if we keep going like Solomon from place to place, learning different religions, mixing with different people, and just repeatedly changing language, we're done like we are now. And people blame everybody. Like me, I had to learn. I can't get emotional if something don't go my way or something bad happens. I got to understand. What I got to do is have an understanding of how to handle that situation, which makes you wise, not emotional, because you can handle a situation, but okay, and you can be right, but there's a evil spirit that you have to take care of, just like I do. I'm trying to conquer and master all these spirits of the flesh that's put in me from flesh, from the word that comes from flesh, that hits my flesh and then corrupts my spirit. You can't have light in darkness. Like, you cannot. That's why God said it has to be a separation. And this is where it comes to where we'll start to become a nation, when we can start separating things that are negative to us. And we know it's negative. But yet, still we do these things and wonder why we not making it. Stuff don't happen to us. See how I just had to conquer that spirit? About to say something crazy. This is a daily test you got to nourish yourself in. If you don't nourish yourself in this, man, this stuff will kill you, man. But it says, what? Again, when the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged of the blood of Jerusalem, which is in the midst thereof, by the spirit of judgment and the spirit of burning. And when you go to Genesis, let me get to it, y'all. Let me get to it. Okay, here we go. Okay, the judgment is he will bruise thy heel and thy head. And when you go to it, it's the spirit of judgment, the spirit which judges you. Like, it can't get any clearer, you know what I mean? The spirit judges you, and the flesh gonna judge you. The spirit, listen, Jerusalem, from the midst thereof, by the spirit of the judge, and by the spirit of burning. Don't have nothing to do with king and king. Man, those are idols. Spirit is the true God. That sun, idol. Moon, idol. Man-made. The reason we were so precious to God and we conquered is because we knew the truth and we knew how to conquer the spirit. We knew how to get ourselves out of this trap that we so constantly caught in today. Man, I tell you, oh, we get out from the solar energy. We get out from my, and my comes from Ruth, which is Mara. Look it up. Man, I do a lot of studying and I do a lot of learning from the earth because the earth tells me then I have to go to the Bible and then I have to learn and then, oh, that's what it means, you know? So what we got to do, man, is stop believing in these idols. When y'all look at a person's beauty, that's an idol, and y'all don't even know that. That's why we're not good judges of character. Because we can only see the outside. But when you can penetrate and you become good at just seeing through people and not their words, man, you can. It's hard to explain, man. I can't even explain this to you. Like me being more out of the world, like I'm of it, but I'm out of it, like Christ. I'm of this world, well, I'm in this world, but not of this world. I'm a spirit. I'm not of this world. Anything you build with your hands is man-made. God already made his work. The earth is already built. When you build, you don't do nothing but imprison yourself in these cities. You never get to see what the earth is trying to teach you. And that's what's sad about all of us. You don't need the education. And speaking of that, of needing the education, I'm going to give you a little wisdom here. It's best to homeschool your kid. And I'm going to tell you why. When your kid go to the public school and go out in the world, your kid can no longer focus and your kid can no longer learn because what they learning ain't about Jack in the first place, but then it's the spirits around your kid where your kid is not getting love, your kid is getting negativity. Like I recently, right now, home training my daughter. Right now, she's in the herbs. She's learning about medicines, and that's good. And she feels love, which makes her want to learn. You don't have to teach your kids robotic stuff because that's what basically you're trying to do. You're trying to replace something that's already finished. The earth is already finished, man. But yet y'all want to gaze at the stars. That's no star. It's here. Flesh made from the spirit is here. And the thing is, you can't control what our ancestors did because you didn't know. Now I hope you know. The only way we can be enlightened and wise and be able to be a civilization is kill all the wickedness that clouds judgment. Like we'll say, for example, I ain't snitching on such and such, even though you know that person doing wrong. Therefore, you let evil reign. And then when that evil reign, then you wonder why your kingdom is being torn down. Because y'all done made so much of Satan, kids, that y'all keep it is so much y'all are starting to kill the light of God's kids, which can get you out of this mess, but you rather keep digging in dirt and dung. And it amazes me, man. Like we replace the spirit with all these things, debate, cars, all these things y'all spend y'all money on. Y'all put y'all time in for real, but y'all don't put y'all time into your own self, man. And it's crazy. I'm hoping people can hear me. And I'm hoping I'm not too loud for everybody. But man, it's crazy. We gotta wake up and start making better judgments. First step, make better judgments. Be wise in one's thoughts. But understand the laws made on this earth, can no man stop the judgment. I don't care if you like or hate this person. When this, when nature gives the judgment that God gives, you can't escape it, man. For real. The Bible was to forewarn us of all these things. But people have turned and perverted the Bible and turned the Bible into imaginations of men. Jesus walking on water. See, it's a crowd, man. Because we don't do precepts. And that's why we will constantly be dumb in all things and confounded by all. This is crazy, man. Like, first, we got to start making better judgments as people. Because the judgments y'all make, that's the judgment you're going to rot in. And then y'all mad of what's happening with the police. Y'all brought them judgments. Y'all brought that judgment. Y'all brought that judgment upon that young man. Y'all brought that judgment upon Trayvon Martin, Breonna Taylor, Eric Brown, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all caused all this by the things you do. You can't even overcome your emotions. That's the spirit. And y'all sitting here mad at everybody else but you. What you allow around you, that's what's gonna happen around you. And a lot of y'all allow bad judgment around you. I'm not even gonna say bad people. Y'all allow bad judgment on you. And when that bad judgment bites you in the booty, you're mad. Now you ready to lash out at this person because this person, but it wasn't even, it was you from the get-go. When we gonna learn to do better for ourselves by learning ourselves and learning how to control all this so we can start focusing and really understand things. Like I was saying earlier, yeah, I was me, still is my baby girl. She learned the herbs, she learned the water and the water, all that. She don't need no school, she don't need none of that. Because she don't have nothing to distract her to where she needs to be. Now, on the other hand, where the school will give you false doctrine, and at the same time, it will destroy your kid inside because so many kids come from their father, the devil, their mother. And to understand another thing, Eve is a doctrine. Eve is not a person. Eve is a spirit. That's what Eve is. And It's just crazy. Just imagine all the confusion that these stones got within them. That's Pandora box. It's people don't know how to control them. So Pandora box goes out. So all spirit leaves. All spirits. God ain't no king. God is none of that. He's a living, breathing God, a spirit. And what your thoughts and your eyes capture, he gonna give it to you. Like he said, he cannot refuse you once you ask for something. But once you ask for something, no judgment comes because nature knows no man's law. Nature knows its own law. When y'all like just understand, man, we got to stop. People come with boycott, people come with marches. That's of the flesh, man. That's of the flesh. You're stomping, you're going, you're marching, you're boycotting. Hell no, we won't go. Hell no, we won't go. And it does nothing, man. It rears the flesh. Just as someone saying something bad, or negative, or nasty about you. Oh, I'm ready to do something. Hey, everybody has opinions, man. But I'm gonna be out. I'm just here just to clear up a couple of things because I know over certain people's channels, they like to sit and give imagination to the people of the Bible. The Bible just to let you know who you are, man. And once you know who you are, then you can start to grow. Then you can start to be wise. But no, man, you don't gotta teach your kids no STEM, nothing, all that. Teach your kids something that's gonna prosper. What is that black and this money stuff, man? Come on, kill the money stuff, man. It's crazy, man. People are so into money, thinking money gonna save. That's what I'm saying. That's y'all God. Anything that you practice, that's your religion. And your religion, that's your God. So, therefore, in your time of tribulation, call your God. Don't call mine, because mine is Almighty that lives within me, which I am Christ, which I had to learn to control my emotions. But I'm out. If anybody catch this video, thanks for tuning in. And I'll be back for another one, hopefully. I have time. Shalom, people.